In this rebuild battle, we are heading to the Eredivisie because it's PSV Eindhoven versus Feyenoord, with my dad taking over as the new manager of Feyenoord, leaving the PSV job there for me to take over. And we are starting from the end of the 23-24 season, where Ajax finished down in 5th place. But as we know, Ajax are very much capable of still causing us a lot of problems. So strap in and enjoy as we rebuild against each other for the next 5 seasons. And here is your reminder how points are won and lost in versus rebuilds. Dad, it's been a while since we've done a rebuild in the Netherlands.
Yes, it has, yeah. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, well, versus rebuild. Of course, we've done our own type of stuff in the Netherlands. But first time in FM24, we've done a versus rebuild. And today, I'm going to be PSV Eindhoven manager. And yourself had to be Feyenoord.
Had to be, I like Feyenoord.
I've heard.
Yeah.
That's the rumour that's going round on the channel. Many people speak about it. So you are the manager of Feyenoord. At the start of the season, you had a little bit of money, but not a lot.
No.
And we've got the updated database. So we're starting, as you can see there, from the 4th of September. In the future, you signed one player, Dad, Adama Nagalo.
Squad player from me defence, just to help out, really. He can almost play all 3 positions, so handy player to have in the team, really.
Okay, I'm starting off buying a centre-back as well. Now, I have not sold or anything like that. I had about £12 million. I bumped it up with a clause, and I managed to get Anel Ahmedhodzic, the centre-back from Sheffield United, of course, who's been relegated back down to the Championship. So taking him under my wing, 25 years of age. So let's have a look then at the tactic. Starting me off at PSV Eindhoven, I'm going very attacking, going for a 4-1-5 type of tactic, but I got Veerman in there, Joey Veerman, who is going to be playing in that centre attacking midfield role because he can do it, but the tactic only has a DM, and we've got an okay DM in Schouten, but keep the levels down. He is coming in as the centre midfielder, well, the CDM. He will be playing there, and it allows Veerman to play a more advanced role, and he's quite good at it, really. But if we did go best pick without any restrictions, Saibari, Gus Till, and we also have Tillman on the bench as well, who can all play there. De Jong is an elder striker, and he is going to be leaving at the end of the season, so that will be a problem that I'm going to have to overcome at the end of next season. But we do have the likes of Jason Van Duiven on the bench. Hopefully he has a good potential in this game, and we can hopefully use him in the future. But there's a lot of good young players in this PSV side, as have you got some good young players too. So let's have a look at what you are rocking at the start of this season. You're going for a 4-2-2, one of your favourite tactics. Best 11 pick, as you can see here. You got the likes of Geertruida, Hanko, the one that you said looks like me, and it definitely doesn't. Quentin Timbers in there.
One of my best players, Timber. He's going to sort my midfield up for me, I think.
He's very good, isn't he? Santiago Jimenez, though, as the main striker.
Yeah. Good striker, really, and he's only 23, so
yeah,
this is a good one for me to have in the team.
If you can keep hold of him,
he's
going to be probably the top scorer of the league each season. How have things started off? Have we played each other yet? No, but we are against each other in the next game. And so far, Dad, it's looked so good. You've scored at least 3 goals in every game. You even got a 7-0 in the first game, 4-2, 4-0. 3-2 against FC Twente with a 91st minute winner as well. So it's a good start.
Yeah.
Champions League fixtures, you got Villarreal, Fenerbahce, Tottenham, Man United. So we've got Tottenham and United. Lyon, Partizan, Dortmund and Liverpool.
Looking good, is it?
No.
3 Premier League teams. And Dortmund as well.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, that's not easy, is it?
Let's have a look at my fixtures, though, because I'm actually top of the league because I've had better results. Now, I lost to Ajax in the Johan Cruyff Schaal, which is the Super Cup. That is because Ajax were the cup winners and PSV won the league last year, which is the reason why we're playing against each other. But Pek Zwolle was a 4-0 win away from home to kick the season off. 3-1 against a good AZ Alkmaar side. 2-0 against Utrecht. And a 7-0 against Almere City, who I think have just been promoted, or I might be wrong. But as we say, we're against each other next, and then right after that, I have my first Champions League game against Barcelona. Nice is in there too, Sporting Roma. I've definitely got the easier fixtures, although I am ending with a Man City finish, but we'll have to see. So you're very much aware of the points tally, and remember, there's always a -10 knocking around if one of us does get sacked. That's always a possibility, you know, with the versus rebuilds. But let's have a look then how we get on as we simulate this first season. Well, Dad has taken advantage going into that first season. And look how long I was leading the league for as well, until just over halfway through. And that's when you've kicked on and gone on and won the league by 5 points as well.
Yeah.
5 points. So got to hand it to you.
We had the same goal difference, though.
We did, yeah.
Usual,
I scored loads, 106. I should have done, though, with 5 up front like that. But that's the disadvantage of playing this type of tactic, unfortunately. I am going to concede a lot, and I conceded 44 to your 27. I mean, Ajax only conceded 22 in 34 games. However, I lost 4 games. Did you pick up another point? You did. A 4-1 home win. But I also got a 3-1 home win as well. So there's a point each going around there. You get 4 points for winning the league. Another point for that victory against me. Let's have a look at the profile then. You had the top 2 scorers. Santiago Jimenez with 26. And then Ueda, who I did not expect to be a goal scorer because I'm pretty sure you tried to sell him.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
At the start of the season. Scored 27 goals.
Glad I didn't know.
Mental. What a season. Santiago Jimenez also had the highest average rating, so that's quite good as well. Joey Veerman was my top scorer. So I nailed him in and he managed to do that. But disappointing for Luke de Jong, if I'm honest. We're on PSV Eindhoven. Maybe I want a cup. Oh, that's even worse. It'll be worse if it's against you.
Come on.
No, Ajax after extra time. That's disappointing.
They're going to be the team that's going to be falling on our side, really.
Yeah. So. 95th minute, they got an equaliser. And then they scored in the 101st minute. Oh, I really hope that doesn't cost me. That could cost me big time. But when did you get eliminated? Was it by me? That's an extra 2 points. Ajax. All right, so the Champions League then, which we both played in, you were knocked out of the league phase. So you finished in 33rd, Dad. Poor showing from you in the
one game.
Champions League. 6 losses there.
Look at the teams I lost against them.
Yeah, you drew against Man United. You beat Fenerbahce at home. I actually finished in 13th position, so I'm happy with that because I was actually unbeaten.
Right.
Unbeaten in the Champions League.
Barcelona and Man City, and you didn't get beat.
Yeah.
And Barcelona finished top, Man City 3rd.
Exactly, yeah. I had a 3-all away draw to Barcelona and a 1-1 at the Etihad against Manchester City. I'm really happy with that.
You deserve to go through then.
Yeah, just 2 wins, though, against Sevilla and Young Boys, but that puts us through to the knockout playoff round, and unfortunately, that's where I met Inter Milan, who are better than me and beat me 3-2. So that's a shame, but never mind. I'm still happy with that season, although that could cost me big time.
Yeah.
Goals then, so we've got Joey Veerman on 25 goals and 23 assists, so that was the right thing to do, locking him up. Noah Lang did okay as well, but goals-wise, Saiberi managed to get 19. I mean, I'm disappointed with the Luke de Jong playing up front and only getting 18 goals. It's a bit disappointing.
He only played 30 games, though, didn't he? Over 50, really.
He's a little bit old. He is leaving the club, so we need to replace him next season. And I have £23 million to do that. I also have a bid in right now for Ricardo Pepi, who is my backup striker, and that is tempting to take £13 million, so that could be an extra £13 million to add on top of that. Dad, let's have a look at your side. You got 31 goals there from Ueda, 28 from Santiago Jimenez with 12 assists, so that's really good, to be honest.
Yeah, well, straight forward's quite good then.
Yeah, Pek Zhao's done quite well as a third choice, and you have £14 million going into next season.
Not a lot of money.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the points then at this early stage. So after one season, Omega Luke just has the 1 point for beating Dad in the league, but Omega Dad has 5 for that win against Luke and for lifting the league title. Okay, season number 2 then. Got a bit of catching up to do already. 4 points behind Dad after that good season for him. I also sold Yevon Simmons for £10.5 million. It's a risk because sometimes he can turn out to be really good, but I went for the money now, as well as selling Ricardo Pepi, who went to Atlanta United back in America, where he's from. So I then spent £28 million, and I got a couple of free transfers in Bento, who's a good goalkeeper to pick up, as well as Amad Diallo. This is a cracking signing, I think, because in this league, I really believe he could tear it up. He lacks in the mental attributes to play in the Premier League. Maybe that will change in the new game, but I think for this league, he will be solid. Octavio was another one for £7 million that I thought that's not bad as well. He's left-footed, only 23 years of age, so let's see how he progresses. And for Gundo Torres, I sold one player to the MLS and I bought one back. He is one of the better players there as well at Orlando City. He's a cracking player, naturally in 3 different positions. Really good. But the star signing, I said I needed a striker, and I brought in Cameron Archer.
Yeah, good.
The pace, acceleration, everything is absolutely solid. Let's hope he can scores a lot of goals for me this upcoming season. Also loaning out Tiger Land, because with a bit of game time, maybe I can play him in a season or two's time. But let's have a look at Dad's tactics, or transfers, sorry, before we take a look at tactics. You sold £2.7 million and you only bought in 8 million. And I must say, that's a shocking window.
I would strengthen my defence up. I felt maybe defence wasn't that good, so I've strengthened that up.
Nicholas Romero, yeah.
I needed I think it was a right back. My next player is.
Yes, this guy here. So he's a right back who can play left as well.
And then I brought in
Sean Longstaff.
On a midfield.
You're not reading that wrong.
I know I got Timber there, but if Timber gets injured, I think this is the guy that can replace him.
Okay.
So that was I mean, he was a freebie as well. So I've got to take advantage of a couple of freebies when you only got 14 million. So that was my thinking behind getting Sean in. If Timber gets injured, I'm buggered in midfield, didn't I?
Even with Sean. I know offense to Sean Longstaff. He's a professional footballer and I'm just a guy who plays Football Manager. But tactically then, Dad, going with what you stuck with last season. I think there's a couple of little player changes, maybe. Well, actually, I'm not sure. I can't really remember.
No.
But yeah, you got Zaruki in there. He's a good ball-winning midfielder. He's a cracking player.
Yeah.
Just better than Sean Longstaff.
I'm going to struggle to beat Timber as well, so Timber's always going to be my starting. I mean, front two up there, I couldn't change them neither, so...
No, not after Ueda scored that many, even though you did try and bin him off for £2.3 million.
No,
he scored 30 goals.
Done me a big favour, didn't
yeah, 30 goals when you were
like, when
trying
I
to
seen the
sell
end
him.
of the season, I thought, Christ, I'll keep an him.
Yeah. Let's have a look at it tactically then, because I have had a little bit of a tweak, not too much. So I've got a deep line playmaker now, whereas before it was a lot further back, and that is because I'm not locking in Joey Veerman. And the reason for it, I know it sounds silly because he did score so many goals last season, but now that I've got Facundo Torres in there, he kind of fills that role for me. And Tillman is the other guy that I can use in there, as well as Saibari. I've got enough players in that role where I don't have enough in the centre midfield. So Joey Veerman and Charlton can kind of then fight it out for that position. Lang, Saibari, and then of course Amad Diallo is popping into the side, as well as Bakayoko. So I've got a lot of options up there, which I'm pleased with. And defensively, I'm using these guys here as trying to just help out Joey Veerman to see if that can make a difference. Schedule-wise, I've had a good start to the season, and yet again, we are actually playing each other one more time in the Champions League as well, in the league phase. So that needs to count for another point, but good start to the season with 2-0 win against Pek Zwolle, 6-0 against Sparta Rotterdam, which of course is your rivals, being a Rotterdam side. NEC 6-4 and NAC 2-1. So it's a good start to the season for PSV Eindhoven. Let's have a look at your schedule, Dan. You've had a very similar start, just goal difference I think is the only reason what's stopping you from being top, but 5-0 against Heerenveen, NEC's 3-1, RKC is 2-1, and Groningen is a 4-3 win.
Pleased with that.
Yeah.
2 odd games for me now, though.
I was going to say Ajax and then myself, and then of course we've got each other later on in the fixture as well. So your Champions League fixtures, as we've seen, have already discussed, is against me. There's Liverpool and Dortmund again, and two fairly difficult ones at the end there. So what about my Champions League fixtures? So of course we're starting off with yourself. Got Barcelona and Bayern Munich as the last two. That's really difficult. Well. Yeah, I've got the harder one this time round. So should have a nice easy 3 points at the start of the season though. So we'll see how that one goes, especially if you play Sean Longstaff.
Don't like Sean? You don't like him?
He's took way too many stray bullets already in this.
Yeah.
Poor lad. Right, okay. Maybe he's a big fan and he's like, one day they're going to sign me. I can't wait, because I can't really remember any of us ever signing Sean Longstaff.
No, I don't think I've ever had, but
so
I'm there for you, Sean. Don't you worry about it. I'm there for you.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Let's have a look then. Before we take a look at this season number 2 and simulate it, let's hear from today's sponsor, and that is of course Manscaped. Fellas, it's much easier when your grooming routine is a one and done deal. But the days of using the same trimmer for your face as the one you use for your balls are gone, and that is thanks to my friends at Manscaped. Because they've come up with the ultimate package with the Beard and Balls bundle, featuring the new Lawnmower 5.0 and the Beard Hedger trimmer. And your Football Manager Daddy Omega Luke has 20% off when you go to manscaped.com, plus free shipping and use code OMEGA at the checkout. So stop wasting your time and pick up the Beard and Ball bundle, and when it arrives you can trim your face and your neck using the Beard Hedger, and with just that one guard that can cut 20 different lengths with a twist of a zoom wheel. From a smooth to the skin, all the way to the lumberjack look. And then there's the Lawnmower 5.0. Again, it has skin safe technology and an interchangeable guard with the new foil blade head to go as short to the skin as you like for that precise trim. And both of these trimmers are waterproof, so you can use it in the shower. And I use both of these trimmers on a weekly basis, and I can tell you one thing, I will not change from doing that. That's why we have worked with Manscaped for the last couple of years now, because I am over the moon with the products that they provide, and I genuinely use them on a weekly basis. And remember, you can get your hands on all of the equipment on manscaped.com. If you go to the link down below and use code OMEGA at checkout, you get 20% off and free shipping, plus you support the channel. So go treat yourself and go treat your balls. Welcome back. Unfortunately,
Lost it by a point.
neither of us have won the league.
No.
And
We're
both
all
of
close,
us
really.
were in striking range.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you lost the last game of the season that cost you the league.
Yes. So, difficult one. Right, now, Ajax lost 3 games this season. 2 against you.
Did.
You lost just 2 games. Both were
You've
against
cost me
me.
the league.
So you win a point for finishing higher, but I win 2 points for winning both games against you.
And you cost me the league.
And I cost you the league. However, I did lose against somebody, so we'll have to check that out in a second. But Santiago Jimenez was the top scorer. Cameron Archer was the second, but Facundo Torres is up there with 20 and the highest average rating. So it was a good signing for me, that Facundo Torres deal.
Yeah.
Malik Tillman's actually done quite well as well in terms of average rating. Very strong indeed. But yeah, we're on PSV Eindhoven. We'll take a look at the fixtures in a second. How did I get on in the other competitions? Come on, there's a cup in there.
Didn't need that.
Let's go. NEC 4-0 in the final. Lovely stuff. All right, so I think we can clearly decide that I haven't got any other fixtures. So that, Camber was the last fixture. And I was 1-0 up.
Where did they finish in the league?
Camber 7th. Van der Gaag is the manager, of course, Man United's ex-assistant. But I also lost to Ajax a little bit late on, but I was still in pole position to win the league going into the final
there
day.
for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I should have been winning that. I have also seen there, Dad, though. I knocked you out of the cup, which is another 2 points as well. And the Champions League.
God, I'm winning. I can't believe this.
It's been a good time for Omega Luke. Right, so you were knocked down the 3rd round, which is another 2 points. You only made it out of the league. Could even make out the league phase again for that one. But let's have a look then. So league phase, we finished right next to each other. Look, I had really tricky fixtures. I lost those 5. Drew to Man United, beat yourself and Copenhagen. You lost 3 games, myself, Liverpool, and Porto. And then you beat Athletic Bilbao 4-0, which is a good result. But the rest of the fixtures, you needed a couple of more points.
Yeah.
That's going to be a difficult one for you to comprehend. Over the summer, Santiago Jimenez with 27 goals. 20 goals for Ueda again, which is still good. Wallermark got 14, and he's just a bench player for you. So he's been solid. He is running out of contract, though. Maybe he'll be leaving because he is unhappy. Pexal got 10, and Calvin Stengs got 14 assists as well, which is decent from that right-hand side. You got £22 million in the transfer budget, though, to do something about it across the summer. And let's have a look at mine. So I've got 27 goals from Cameron Archer. Very good. 23 and 16, though, from my star man, Facundo Torres. Happy with that. Malik Tillman, 17 and 15, has also been very good. And, he's developing nice as well. So, a couple of really strong players in there. Joey Veerman's cracking again. That midfield, 7.49 average rating. Can't grumble with that at all. And look at the growth on Amad Diallo. 10 goals, 21 assists. Yes, please. That was a great free transfer. A very good free transfer. So, I'm buzzing with that. But I'm not buzzing with a transfer budget minus 9 million. So, if I want to sign anybody, even free transfers, I've got to sell £9 million worth of players. That is a disgrace. What is going on here?
They don't like you, mate, do they?
We don't even have any transfer debt. Well, we got transfer debt. We don't have any other debts. At 90 million in the bank, you want me to sell 9 million? You're a disgrace. Well, we'll tally up the points and see how we do at the end of season number 2. Well, in season number 2, Omega Luke has picked up 8 points And Omega Dad has only got 1, meaning the total points have swung around and Omega Luke is ahead on 9 points to Omega Dad's 6. There's a few players, Dad, that you sold, but then the big one went. Santiago Jimenez for £48 million. He had 1 year left on his contract.
So take advantage of it when you can. That type of money, you don't want to lose it, do you?
Yeah, you were offered more money the season before.
Yeah.
But because it was like, well, I don't want to sell him, they never offered you enough for you to pull the trigger and say yes. However, when there's 1 year left, you're like, gotta
just take it then, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, £48 million, it's not bad. He did get you 24 goals one season, 26 in the last.
You just gotta hope that you pick up another striker who's as good.
Yeah. Well, you picked up 3.
Yeah.
So let's go through them. You got Mateus Arezzo from Gremio, who's quite well known to Football Manager fans. Has been a former wonder kid on the game. 13 million. He's got 3 and 4 for you at the start of the season, which isn't bad, but it could be against like the lower end of the league. You just don't know, do you? All in one game. So not bad signing that is. Then you've got Aqua Adams, who's another one. Bit of a powerhouse, really. 6'3", good pace and strength. Good finisher of the ball, 26 years of age.
Probably can see where I'm going now, can you?
Yeah, absolutely. Because then the other one is Rocco Simic.
Yes.
22-year-old Croatian, £9 million. Not bad. He's 6'3" as well, and he likes to beat the offside trap. So he's good off the ball with good pace. He's tall, he's strong. He's a good signing.
Yeah.
He is a good signing for the price. You've also filled out the squad as well. You've got Ozcan. Yeah, he's come in on a free transfer. Stergu as a centre-back option there. Good with both feet. Carlos Elena is quite a good signing. Yeah. Again, 28 years of age now. It's weird seeing him that old. I remember when he came through Barcelona's Youth Academy. £12 million he cost. And then finally, Lamek Banda, who's a winger. Are you playing wingers, though? That is the question. Yeah. No. I think somewhere along the line you made a sign in there where it was like, oh, I'm going to play this tactic, and then the decision was changed when you seen the strikers come into the lineup. Yeah, definitely, yeah. So a 4-1-2-3.
This is my second favourite. I do like playing for it front, don't I?
Yeah, with that DLF in the middle. Yeah. So you got Ivan Jusek, who's jumped into the side now. Pretty much the same kind of team which you had previously, but with the 3 strikers now up front. Let's have a look. PSV, what have I been getting up to this transfer window, considering I had minus £8 million? Well, I sold 102 million in total. Malik Tillman left for 52. Jurdy Shelton left for 24 in total. Gus Till also left for 15. That was last season, Ricardo Pepi. And then I also sold a couple of other players as well. So, to bring other players in, I brought in Luam Chuama, who can play on the wings naturally. He came in for just £10 million from Lazio. Jonathan David was my big signing of the summer, £54 million. It's a bit of a risk, but in this league, you have to get the best that you possibly can. This was the best I could possibly get up front as a striker. So he likes to beat the offside trap. Good player. £54 million though, probably overpaid. And then finally, we got Fausto Vera coming in for £11 million there, who's a good centre mid or centre defensive midfielder. And Zortea, £4.8 million, who is a very good right back coming into the side. Now, tactically, sticking with what I had last season, which is a risk, because obviously I didn't win the league in 2 years. However, I've been doing quite well in the cups, and I quite like doing well in the cups. If I could just plod along and keep picking up 5 points for winning the cup and knocking you out along the way, I'll take that. So the team looks like this as the strongest 11. I'm happy with that, because Tycho Land has actually gone into the side after his season-long loan that he had last year, where he played 25 games. Did okay. It's a weird one because, you know, we've got some cracking players, and I've even bought in Fausto Vera. But yeah, we'll take it. I actually lost, by the way, Joey Veerman. People are going to go, what happened to Joey Veerman? I was a bit gutted, really. He went to Ajax on a free. Now, I had set up for my director of football to try and renew as many contracts as possible, but sometimes they're just unhappy and they do not want to stay, and Ajax came in and stole my best player. That will just have to do for this season, and maybe we'll have to find somewhere or someone else if Tiger Land doesn't step up. But I've got confidence in the kid. He's got a good potential on the game. He's done quite well for me so far. Let's see if he can step up and give him a bit of an opportunity. I'm not too far behind on the points, so we're all right. Actually, I've got caught up and gone ahead on the points, so we're all right now.
Bloody cups, isn't it?
It is the cup. So I'm not at panic stations where I would have been like, let's just change everything. Okay, schedule then. We've played each other already. It was the first game of the season as well, and it was a 0-0 draw. So no points gained, no points lost. I did, however, get a bit of revenge from Ajax stealing my player and then him scoring against me because we equalised in the 78th minute and I beat him on penalties in the Super Cup. I also had to qualify for the Champions League and I managed to do that. I knocked out Monaco and Galatasaray. I very much deserve to be in the Champions League.
Yeah.
In the league, the draw against yourself was the only points dropped. I beat Go Ahead Eagles, Willem 2 and VVV Venlo. Nice and easy. So we still are unbeaten so far at the start of the season in the Champions League. I've got Real Madrid and PSG in there. Unfortunate, but there we go. Let's have a look at your stats, shall we? So there's your tactic, which we've already had a look at. Outside of the draw against me, you had a very difficult
start. My first 2 games, yeah. That's a good win, though.
Yeah, definitely. Penalty, 74th minute from Mateus Arezzo. You'll definitely take that. Go Ahead Eagles. Arezzo then got himself a nice little brace, and Acre Adams got 2 against Camber, who, of course, beat me at the final part of the season last season to stop me from winning the league. So, the Champions League fixtures for you. Benfica, Barcelona, Arsenal, Bayern Munich.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Tricky. When we're in like the leagues where it's just not quite the top, these look very daunting fixtures, doesn't it?
That's the problem, isn't it? You the way the draw goes, you will get the big teams in there.
Yeah. Okay. Third season then. Let's see what happens. Let's simulate it. Third season and Dad takes his second title.
He lost 1 game as well.
Yeah, I was top for a little while, but dropped into second place, and that is where I stayed. The one loss.
Tactics, yeah.
Yeah, you're back with that one, aren't you?
Yeah, 3 up front.
Yeah, watch him change it now. 1 loss this season, you Utrecht.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not good.
5th.
Beat me once, so you get an extra point there. And we drew in the other one. We've seen that at the start of the season. Yeah, that's 5 points in total because you win the league with 4. You also beat me with 1.
Pleased with that.
You actually won the league by 6 points as well. It's kind of dominated this season, really.
Yeah.
Only conceding 19 goals.
Happy with that. I did strengthen my defence up though, didn't I? So
yeah,
it paid off.
It definitely paid off. Mitrovic, Alexander Mitrovic is now in our league. He's playing for AZ Alkmaar, so that's going to be tricky.
Yeah.
But you had 3 players around: Rocco Simic, Arezzo, and Acre Adams. If you remember correctly, you sold Santiago Jimenez, who scored roughly 28 goals, and with that money, you bought those 3 strikers, and they've almost got about 55 goals.
Yeah.
Between them.
I'm happy with that. All 3 of them scoring goals.
Yeah, that is money ball.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah, well, we'll sell 1 player who can get us 28 goals, and with that money, we'll buy 3 who can get us 55. Good money ball tactic, that is. So Camaraccio got 18 for me, but he's kind of like overshadowed by your players there, as is Amad Diallo in the average rating, and Justin Bilola with 18 clean sheets, just 1 more than my Walter Benitez, who's in there with 17. But we're on PSV Eindhoven. I need a cup win. Come on. Can I do it? Oh, yes. Get in. And I was in the Champions League round of 16 as well, so I'm happy with that. So who did I beat in the cup final? Ajax.
Ooh, the second time.
Ajax, yeah. So 3-2 win. That's 3 points for winning the cup. Maybe I knocked you out of it. Let's find out. On Dad's competition page, Sparta Rotterdam. Oh, fans are not going to be happy with that.
No.
Very poor.
All I can say is sorry.
I mean, you had a cracking league season.
Yeah.
But other than that, that is awful. Second round in the cup and league phase. Down in 26th again. 5 losses. Some big ones too.
Yeah.
Draw to Barcelona, which is a good result. And 2 wins.
2 there. That's bad, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm all the way up here. I'm in 11th. Lost 2 games. PSG and Shakhtar. Drew against Real Madrid and Bayer Leverkusen. And 1-4, beating Torino 7-1, and Atletico Madrid 5-1 in Madrid.
It's good.
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
I bet he was hating that.
Well,
was he the manager? Yeah, he was as well. Oh, 1000% he did not shake my hand at the end of the game.
He would have just
guarantee it.
Stormed down the tunnel and he'd gone.
He would have been
You'd have been like that, wouldn't you?
absolutely livid. I would have been going like that to him. Shh. As he walks past. Can't stand the bloke, but there we go. Somebody said the other day, how can you never do Atletico Madrid in these? He's the reason why.
Yeah.
Blame him. blame him. When we do like Glory Hunter and stuff, it pops up sometimes. If they got a good team, you take them on. But he's the reason why we never do Atletico Madrid. Really despise him. Just like we do Rennes. Ugh, you were right there, look.
I've got no problem with Rennes.
Yeah, you're all right with them, but I definitely don't like them. So, Dad, your season then, 21 goals from Acor Adams, which was your top scorer. It's lower than last season. Mateus Arezzo also with 20. 19 and 30 Morocco Simic. He's had a good one, but... Yeah. As we mentioned, you sold 2 players. Well, you sold 1 player. Ueda's still here. You just didn't play as much. No. But you sold Santiago Jimenez to bring in those 3 players. They still gave you the goals.
Yeah, 60 goals. So
yeah, you got to be happy with that. And of course, 1 year the league. But elsewhere was a little disappointing.
Yeah.
PSV, let's have a look then. We've got 25 goals from Cameron Archer, 17 from Jonathan David. Saibari with 16 and 11. Facundo Torres, 13 and 12. 18 assists from Noah Lang. Very good.
Yeah.
Not bad. So my transfer budget for next... What are they doing? Like 120 million, and I've only got 60% of the transfer revenue. Where's all the money going? There's no debts.
No.
Like nothing. You've got 14 million, and you've got under half of what I've got in my balance. Let's have a look at the points. Yeah, well, neither have I. You got more debt than I have. So season number 3 points are Omega Luke with 3 and Omega Dad with 5. Meaning the total points now are Omega Luke with 12 and Omega Dad with 11. Well, this summer, of course, I only had 60%, but I still decided to sell some players so that I could bring some new guys in, because I'm not winning any leagues at the minute. So Anel Ahmed Hozic has left the club for 28 million. Bakayoko's also left for 14. Been very disappointed with him. I think in real life he will have a bit of a boost for the next game, especially because he's been phenomenal and he's not really lived up to it on this Football Manager save. The rest of the players going out, just very little money, but it did free up some wages, I guess. And I decided to bring in Jarrell Konsa as a first signing. A good 6'6" English centre back there. Quality player, to be fair. He's developed quite well. On the left-hand side, we've got Abakar Sela, who is a left-footed centre back. I just really like his physicals like that. Phenomenal player. Good leadership too. So we'll see how that goes. Roberto Piccoli, though. Piccoli. Roberto Piccoli. £7.5 million from Atalanta. Gives me another striker option. Then a free transfer in Ibiri Eze. Signed him on your birthday.
Yeah, well, there you
go. Birthday present to you.
Yeah, thank you.
For me. Maro Katanic comes in for £7.25 million. And then on deadline day, I had a little bit of cash left over. I signed Vitor Roque on a loan deal. So bringing him in on loan. They give me the option to buy him after for 90 million. So
you might have that.
Maybe that's what they're saving the budget
right,
for. For that in the future. So let's have a look then at Dad, your transfer window. You had quite a lot of selling, players being sold. You got Zaruki, Peg Zhao, Kevin Stengs all going out for a bit of cash there, as well as Banda. Ueda finally left for the same amount as what you tried to sell him a few seasons ago. Yeah, a few more signings went out. And you had Di Gregorio come in on a free transfer. Goalkeeper. Hey, you haven't signed a goalkeeper. Is that your first goalkeeper?
It is my first keeper, yeah.
In season 4.
There you go.
Wow.
It killed me.
19 million for Thiago Almeida.
It's a good sign. I like this guy.
26 years of age. Good signing.
Yeah.
Rule Walters from Luton Town. Good right back.
Yes.
Very good. You can also play naturally at centre back, but he's 5'9", so with 11 jumping reach. So I wouldn't trust it.
I was good in the air as well.
Yeah, but he isn't good in the air. And then £21 million on an actual centre back in Vital, who's 6'1" with good jumping reach and good in the air. So there we go. I think I'd know who you'd rather play at centre back. And tactically, sticking around with the same, you can see the lineup there going in. Almeida jumps into the lineup as well as Vital and Di Gregorio going in there, as well as Rule Walters actually at right back. So there we go. Let's have a look at my tactic, because I have actually changed it after 3 seasons. I've gone to this. So I'm playing Sela in a starting position on that left-hand side. But if we take a look at this, we've gone very attacking up there. Eze is going to be the one in centre mid. I've got Dest, complete wing-back on attack there. So we'll see how that one plays out. But a lot of attacking threats. Might as well chuck them all in. I have lost to you, though, in the Super Cup, because Piccoli got sent off in the 28th minute. And you scored with your new sign-in on his debut in the 94th. Outside of that, I had 4 wins in a row. I was thinking this is absolutely fine. And then I got beat by Ajax 2-0. And the next game's against you. So now I'm like, well, is this tactic good or no? I'm a bit confused now. I didn't really change it, so I just left it as it was. Champions League, I've got Liverpool in there, Napoli and Inter. But other than that, I reckon I could go through.
Yeah.
I fancy my chances
games
there.
Yeah.
Feyenoord then, we know you've already beat me and got 1 point. The rest of it has been very good for you indeed. You got 4-2 against Catania. Well, it was a friendly, sorry. Pexwall was the first one, 2-1. Canberra, 4-0. 4-2 against Go Ahead Eagles, 3-0 against Herenveen, and 2-1 against AZ Alkmaar.
That's probably my first tester game though, really, I think.
Yeah, before we play against each other next. Let's have a look at your Champions League. So you got Barcelona and Manchester City and Atletico Madrid. Well, if you don't beat them 5-1, then you lose.
Yeah.
That's the way to put it. It's quite tight. There's only a couple of points, if not a point between us in the points tally as we go into season number 4. Let's simulate it and see what happens. Season 4.
Same point.
Oh, come on. Yes. God, it was close. Even Ajax was right behind it. They lost in the final game of the season.
They would have won the league. They won that game.
Yeah. You went from 3rd to 2nd. I went from second to top.
What?
Look who beat them on the final day.
Oh, you're joking.
Feyenoord.
Oh, no.
But to be fair, if you had won that and I had lost, you would have won the league.
Yeah.
So you had to go on and try and win it.
Oh, no.
Either way, they also lost in the Europa League final.
Why didn't I just chuck it?
Look how long they went unbeaten before you beat them as well. In the league, November, they just did so well until you beat them.
2 main games at the end of the season.
Yeah. What an awful season for Ajax.
Cost them the league and a Europa final.
Gutted for them. But that is 4 points for me straight away. Thank you very much, Megadad and Feyenoord. I did lose 6 games though. So that's poor.
Dear. I only lost
Didn't
4.
lose to Feyenoord. Beat you once. We drew the other time. Get another point for that.
So once again, you beat me, and it's cost me the league.
Yeah. Rocco Simic, top scorer. So was Areza with 19, getting the second highest there. Siberian Archer. I'm quite surprised Archer hasn't scored more, but I can't complain with the result. Still doing really well.
My new goalkeeper.
That's the same goalkeeper.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he hasn't been playing your new one.
Nope.
Di Gregorio has still been playing Bilo. Competitions then. Let's see. Can I win another cup and make it a domestic double? No. Second round by Utrecht. I did get to the knockout playoff round in the Champions League though. Dad, did you win it?
Come on.
No. Quarter-final. Ajax won in the final, so they didn't have too bad of a season in the end. We probably should have seen that actually earlier on. But there we go. Okay. You actually finished in 8th place, Dad.
Done better there then.
You lost to Man City. Drew to Besiktas and Monaco. You also beat Atletico Madrid 2-1.
And Barcelona.
Barcelona 2-0. I lost 4 games, lost to Inter. Drew 1 against Liverpool. I'm happy with that. I then went through to the knockout playoff round, losing side to Leipzig, and then you lost to Atletico Madrid in the round of 16. PSV. Let's have a look at the goals. 20 from Cameron Archer, 17 from Saibari. Jonathan David with 12. I forgot I even got Jonathan David. Like, he's not really scored 9 goals in both games. It's quite poor, really, for £56 million. Yeah. Eze got 14 assists, 16 for Diallo. So it's not too bad, really. 11 million the transfer. Like, what is happening here? 91 million. At least they're giving me 100% again. But no debts, 91 million. And they're giving me minus 11 transfer budget. It's just mental. Okay, Dad, 30 goals from Rocco Simic, 24 from Arezzo, 19 for Adams, Thiago Almeida, 12 and 16.
My strike force done really well, really.
Yeah. Transfer. Now you know how it feels. You got 23 million. So I can understand why they're doing it to you.
Yeah.
23 million. Bit of transfer debt as well. But for me, I think they're just being ridiculous. Interesting stuff then. Going into season number 5. But before we do, let's check up on the points. So the season points are Omega Luke with 5 for winning the league and beating Dad. And Omega Dad with 1 for that Super Cup win. Which means Omega Luke is now on 17 and Omega Dad is on 12. Right, so both having negative budgets, you would have just thought maybe they just didn't sign or sell anybody. Wrong. We actually had quite busy summers. So Fausto Vera's gone. We got Bascagli's gone. Ottavio's gone. Piccoli's gone. Chuana's gone. Because I needed to sign some players. I wanted to change this side a little bit more. So Isak Johannesson has come in on a free transfer. I think that's a good signing. Plays in so many different positions for me. Jadon Sancho on a free transfer.
That's a good signing, isn't it?
Yeah, not bad at all.
I couldn't afford his wages.
So he comes into the club. Andrea Colpani, £19 million.
Another good signing, yeah.
Plays naturally in two positions we're using, or could play up front because of his pace, acceleration off the ball, and finishing ability. Good composure too. Quite a good striker, actually.
Yeah.
Then we've got Nicholas Hedel. Needed a new goalkeeper. He comes in, and that is my transfer window completed. And I still have a minus 2.2 million.
That's a lot of money for a goalkeeper for you. You don't like spending money on goalkeepers, do you?
No, not really. No, it's a bit of a strange one for me. But tactically, I've changed it ever so slightly. And as you can see now, we've got kind of like the 5 up front there. So instead of having the wing, mainly because I know we got Jadon Sancho just come in, but he can also play in that centre attacking midfield role quite well. So can Diallo. I wanted to tighten it up there and just allow just one wing to just try and bomb on, really. But we've got player marking specific positions who plays out wide anyway. We'll see how it plays out. Dad, your transfer window, let's have a look at it then. So you've also signed or sold a couple of players. However, it wasn't by choice. No. Rule Walters left.
So disappointed with this one because I thought I had him for the last season at least.
Yeah, went on a minimum fee release clause of 24 million. You brought in Dominic Calvert-Lewin though for free.
Yeah, I'm pleased with that signing.
He was at West Brom.
Yeah, weird that one.
Yeah, a bit odd. He was at West Brom for a couple of seasons.
Still on goal still.
He was in the League One. That's mental.
So they were in the Championship and he scored 27 goals and got
relegated. And they still were relegated. He has scored so many goals in the last few seasons, and it just kept getting worse for him. Yeah. Wow, he's got 3 and 3 for you already.
I've upped him out there. I brought him into a higher league now.
Jumped up in a couple of leagues for sure. You replaced the right back with Nathaniel, who is a Brazilian right back there. So you've got him in from Coritiba, £4.3 million. And then this guy comes in, Vlacek. Centre back, good pace and acceleration from Slavia Prague. So, tactically, Dad, talk to me. What's happening here?
Well, I've changed it really because I wanted to put Calvert-Lewin in there as well, and I didn't want to go 3 up front because I know I lost one of the strikers I wanted to get in. So now I feel that I've got I'm the same as you, really. I've got all 4 strikers playing for me, where you got all 5.
Yeah.
Well, I've got all my 4 playing, so that was the only way I could get round to doing it, really, was put him out on the wing as a inverted winger. So I'm confident that's going to work for me.
So you got Nathaniel will be the only change that you want to lock in every single game, but the rest of it you're kind of all right with it.
Yeah. My midfield's still good, isn't I? So
definitely. Yeah, you kept Timber the whole time, which is quite nice, really, isn't it? Schedule then, you've lost a couple of games. Actually, you've lost one to Marseille, but you still go into the Europa League.
Yeah. Which might just do me a favour.
Yeah, I mean, you get 5 points winning Europa League, and it's a very achievable task.
Back into it then, doesn't it? If I win that one.
Exactly. Willem 2, you got a nice little win there. NEC, Almere City. You haven't played anybody big yet.
No.
But you've got lots of wins in there. Let's have a look at the Europa League fixtures. You got Brøndby, Nice, Rapid Vienna, Almira. Still a couple of hard ones, actually.
There is, but I'd still be disappointed if I didn't go through.
Should still go through
stage,
for sure. Let's see then. What am I rocking with in my schedule? So I've actually lost a couple of games, and I got stuffed by Ajax 4-0, which is a little bit worrying. Then I drew against them in the league, which is like, okay. And I've just picked up a loss on deadline day to AZ Alkmaar at home.
That's the worst game to lose, isn't it? Because you don't know whether your tactics right then.
That's it. That's twice that's happened to me as well. Especially because just beat somebody 8-0.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is fine. And then I lose to AZ Alkmaar 2-0.
After getting your draw a league match against Ajax as well, you think, it's working. You won, then you get an 8-0, and you're thinking, yes, bang.
Bang, 2-0 out of nowhere. So I'm a little bit concerned now as we go into this, and look who I've got in the bloody Champions League as well.
Get in rent.
Just to make it worse. I swear to God if I lose against them. Next year I'm going to try and take them out of the game.
Oh, come on.
Change the name of them.
They're a good side, I proved that.
Somebody messaged me actually that they went to the Rennes Stadium.
Did they?
And they definitely didn't spit on the pavement outside the ground. They put, for legal reasons, I did not spit outside the ground. Yeah. So there we go.
Should have took a picture and sent it to Luke.
They did.
Oh, they did they? Oh, right. That's good then. I like that.
Somebody else's spit was on the ground.
I didn't know you could spit that for.
No, I could somehow reach from my house. But there we go. I've got Napoli in there. Got Man City at the end. Leipzig and Dortmund's tough in the middle there. So we'll see how we do in the Champions League. 'Cause none of us have really got anywhere in Europe so far, but we've been in the difficult one, unfortunately. Yeah. Fifth and final season. Let's simulate it. See what happens. Oh, final season, and it was a easy win for PSV. Ooh, all the way down in fourth.
Let myself down there, didn't I?
You have. You really, really have.
Dear, do you know? And I honestly thought, apart from my right back, who I lost a really good one, I felt that I had a better team.
Yeah. We also know that you didn't beat me because I had already lost that game.
Yeah.
Against AZ Alkmaar.
Yeah.
At the start of the season. So my worries was pointless. I drew 6 games. Drew both games against Ajax. However, in your 8 losses, 8, there was 2 against me. So that's 6 points straight away.
Right hammering it. Don't even matter if I do win any cups. I don't think I can catch you now.
Saibari with 21 goals was my top scorer, which is my centre attacking midfielder. Hilariously.
I mean, I've dominated
really
that
well
for the whole season so far, and I'm right out of it.
Yep. What about cup competitions? Did I manage to win that? Crown it off with a domestic double? Yes, I did as well. Come on, beat Ajax in the final, 3-2.
Well, the Cup King comes through
Lovely
again.
stuff. Round of 16 by Arsenal, so I even progressed through the Champions League. Where did it all go wrong for you, Dad? Semi-final by Chelsea.
Bad luck, innit?
Yeah.
How did Chelsea get into that?
Second round of the Cup by Utrecht. Not very good at all.
I was no good in the Cups at all.
Crumbled in this.
Yeah, no good at all.
So Chelsea beat you 3-1 on aggregate. So it was a 1-1, then you lost 2-1 against them. You would have gone in to face Juve in the final, who Chelsea actually lost to. So would have been a tough game anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You knocked out Fiorentina, so that's a good win. Round of 16, Fenerbahce, 9-2. Yeah, you beat them 9-1 in the second leg. Gee, I was like getting confused. Like, why is there 2 9s next to each other? Yeah, you beat them. You didn't go into knockout playoff round, which meant in the league phase you finished in the top 8, 7th place. Lost to Sporting, drew to Almira and Nice, and won your other 5. You didn't win anything today. Round of 16. Oh, penalties against bloody Arsenal as well. Something we can agree on. Knockout playoff round, I knocked out Young Boys 6-5, so it was a close game there. And in the league phase, I lost 3. Napoli, Man City. Oh, Rennes.
Oh, they always come back and haunt you, didn't they?
They give me a bloody tonkin as well, didn't they? 4-1 at home. 1 draw against Dortmund, 4 wins. I stuffed Leipzig 6-0. And I'm not being funny. They're better than Rennes.
Oh, by a long way.
And I've stuffed them 6-0. Makes no sense, does it? Did they get absolutely hammered in the next game by Atletico Madrid? Oh, the stories of Football Manager just intertwining itself. Diego's there, look.
Here he is.
Thank you,
Laughing
Diego.
at us again.
Do you know, I've always liked him.
Have you?
Yeah.
Really?
Just such a big fan of Diego Simeone. Goals-wise, 30 from Saibari and 12 assists. He has been there from the get-go for me. I'm shocked at how good he is.
Yeah.
If I'm honest. Like, every single season, he performed for me to the point where I was like, well, I can't sell him. There's no way I was ever tempted in selling him because the average ratings was high. He was putting in good performances. I had chances to buy players that I thought would be better. Nah, just kept him. Just kept him. He's done so well. Cameron Archer with 21 goals. Might be somewhere where you look to bring in a better striker, but Amad Diallo's done quite well. Jonathan Davis, a bit of a disappointment. Maybe look to get rid of him. I'm talking to the people who was going to get the Save Game file off the channel membership or the Patreon page because it will be available as soon as this video is finished. Facundo Torres has done quite well as well for me there. But you've got minus 11 despite having £64 million. Oh, there's actually debt now, so I don't know like who encouraged to get the debt, but you're idiots because we didn't need it. Dad, you had goals 34 from Rocco Simic. He's been fantastic for you. 21 for Aiko Adams. He's been all right as well.
Yeah.
Thiago Almeida's done all right. Your transfer budget is also minus 10. So I think Dad, whoever is going to take over this, you might need a rebuild Dad.
Yeah.
Because his Feyenoord side has dropped off. That is going to be a tricky one.
Good strike for us.
Yeah.
And good midfield, I feel.
People are going to be getting this for the tactic, and people are going to be getting this to rebuild Feyenoord. and we want you to let us know how you get on.
See if you can get me back to winning the league again.
Exactly. Page.com/Omega Loot Gaming. Get hold of the save game file on the £5 tier or on the YouTube channel membership page. Just press join down there and you can get the save game file as soon as this video has ended. But let's have a look at the points tally one last time. So the last season, the points are Omega Luke with 9 and Omega Dad with 0, meaning the total points are Omega Luke with 26 and Omega Dad with 12. Bit of a Tonkin.
Oh, I got a right hammer in there, didn't I?
Did indeed.
Right hammer in those last 2 seasons, 1 point out of 1 season.
Over double.
Oh dear, oh dear.
That might be the first rebuild versus that I've won where we haven't used a wheel in a long time, by the way. I've really stepped off for a while, but that was a good one to get back into the groove and into winning ways for myself.
I've done it for you as the cups in it, really, because when I was winning the leagues, you were winning a cup.
Still winning a cup.
You just kept yourself in it.
Yeah.
And then when it reversed, I didn't win nothing.
Yeah, I mean, there was times where you won the league and I still had more points than you.
Yeah, so, yeah, well done.
All right, fair play. Well, let us know if you're going to take this one on. Make sure you are subscribed because you don't miss another one. There will be another next rebuild out on Monday, as well as Dad's Youth to Gold. So you don't want to miss that. He's finished it. It's in the books. We're working on it as you're probably watching this. So make sure you're subscribed so you do not miss Dad's Youth to Gold. And we'll see you next week. But why not check out this video right here? Because I did a Youth to Gold with Ajax in this league. And it took me 5 bloody seasons to win the league. It's not a spoiler. It's just I'm ashamed to say it. Enjoy it. Bye-bye.